Eberechies has become the centerpiece of a transfer story that feels equal parts financial chess match and raw football drama, and the ripples could be felt across London. At the heart of it sits a player whose nimble feet and sudden bursts of invention have made him Crystal Palace's creative fulcrum, a midfielder who can undo a defence with a single threaded pass or a low curling strike. And now, after a season of persistent rumour, he has told Palace he wants to leave. Sources close to negotiations say Tottenham have pushed forward with a substantial package in the region of £55 to £60 million, and that personal terms are understood to be in place, while Crystal Palace insist any sale must be balanced against the right replacement and a payment structure that protects the club's plans. That tug of war between a buyer ready to pay and a seller keen to avoid being left short is what gives this story its electric tension. On one side there is Tottenham, hungry, decisive, and apparently prepared to snap the English international into a squad that has ambitions to close the gap on the very top. On the other side sits Arsenal, long linked with ease in countless transfer columns, a club for whom the player would fit neatly into an already progressive spine, yet whispers of hesitancy and the cruel arithmetic of transfer timing have left them watching as Spurs move more quickly. Palace's response has been pragmatic and fierce. Boardroom conversations and scouting meetings accelerated, names such as Christos Tsolis and Bilal El Kounas cropping up as possible immediate alternatives as the Eagles attempt to guarantee they do not lose creative output mid-campaign. The negotiation has not been simple. Journalists reporting on the talks point to a sticking point over how payments would be staged. Palace want a structure that gives them immediate funds to reinvest, while Spurs prefer a model that protects their cash flow with add-ons. That bureaucratic detail might sound mundane, but it could be the hinge on which this whole transfer swings. Beyond the paperwork are tactical consequences. Imagine Ez in Spurs colours. His dribbling into channels, underlapping runs and quick combinations could provide the missing spark in a side that has often looked threatening but intimately blunt in the final third. Conversely, if Arsenal were to secure him, their attacking template, already full of movement and positional fluidity, would become even more unpredictable. Coaches would have new options and opponents more headaches. Fans are not merely observers. In Selhurst Park, there have been mixed receptions, applause, questions, a sense of inevitability, while North London supporters already taste the rivalry turned up a notch. If Palace do sell, the speed at which they reinvest will determine whether they have been clever merchants or just sellers of spectacle. For Spurs, closing the deal would be both a statement of intent and a gamble. Statement because it demonstrates ambition and an ability to win the transfer race, gamble because chemistry and form are never guaranteed. As the hours tick toward late August, every clause, every medical, every handshake takes on the weight of destiny. Will the payment terms be bridged? Will Palace secure a replacement before he departs? Will Arsenal attempt a late, dramatic intervention, or was that ship already sailed when talks with Spurs sped up? The answers are likely to arrive in compressed, dramatic fashion. One final negotiation, one rushed phone call, then paperwork and a formal announcement that will redraw headlines and social streams. Until then, the certainty is only this. A talented player wants a new stage. Two elite clubs circle with different appetites and timelines, and a historic North London rivalry waits to see who has played the smarter hand in a transfer window that never forgets to surprise.